and good morning everyone. Today we are on the last session of class 9th economics chapter 1, the story of village Palampur. In this particular chapter we have seen that what is economic system, because that particular subject economics is a new subject for you all. So we have in this particular chapter they have with the example of village Palampur, this chapter tries to explain us what is the economic system. We have seen that economic system comprises of three different economic activities, that is production, distribution and consumption. Production means producing the commodities which can satisfy human needs, because economic activity is something which studies about the satisfaction of human needs, and to satisfy human needs there are different commodities which needed to be produced, and in the process of production these commodities or these goods and services have been produced to satisfy human wants. Then in distribution system, these commodities or these goods and services can be transported from one market to another or from one place to another. And lastly we have consumption, where in a market goods and services can be bought and sold. That is a buying and selling of goods and services. Consumer will buy the goods for satisfaction and seller is selling the goods for profit. In this particular chapter we have taken the example of a village Palampur, which is a hypothetical village, and we have seen the production process of economic system. When we talk about the production process in economic system, for producing a commodity we require different factors of production. As in our last videos I have told you, we are having 4 factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Now when we talk about land, we have seen that in village Palampur, farming is a main economic activity for the people, and land as a factor of production, land is fixed or land has multiple uses. We can have farming on land, we can make houses in land, we can make roads for transportation, we can also make industries on land. So land is having a multi-purpose use, but land is fixed or it has inelastic supply. Inelastic supply means it is a natural resource which is fixed in nature. We cannot increase the land according to our will, or we cannot decrease the land. It can be the quantity which nature provided us. Then secondly we have seen that in village Palampur they have 2 kinds of farmers. One is small farmers who cultivate their own land. Second is medium and large farmers. They have more than 10 hectares of land, and for that they required labor. They required farming labor, and there are certain landless laborers who are certain landless farmers who worked as a farm labor for the medium and large farmers who have more than 10 hectares of land, and they are getting wages, daily wages, or maybe they will get one farm to have a production, and they will get the benefit out of it. So they will maybe get wages, or wages is fixed. According to the government, wages is fixed. Per day wages 115 rupees per day. So we have seen land and labor in our last videos. Now today we are going to start with the third factors of production, that is capital needed in farming, or if we involved in any business or any kind of production of goods and services, we required certain amount of money, and we required certain raw materials. We also required some infrastructural facilities, and all these things comes under capital. But now when we are talking about the farming requires money to cultivate the land. Farmers requires money to cultivate the land, and that money is called as capital in farming, or capital needed in farming. Now many small farmers are there who don't have enough money to cultivate their land. So what they do, they take money from landlords on the higher rate of interest for cultivation. And they will think that when they have a production, they will repay the loan. But as the rate of interest is very high, there is a great distress to repay the loan, because as they are paying the interest, principal amount will be like that only, and they are unable to pay the principal amount. So over here we can say that when we talk about the capital needed in farming, small farmers, they are in a very much need of money, or they are having higher level of debt because they don't have money, and when they borrow money from landlords, they give them money on a very high rate of interest, because of which they have a very great distress to repay the loan. Then when we talk about the medium and large farmers, they have enough savings because they are having, see, when we talk about the small farmers does not have a big land. They have a very small farm, they have a very small land on which when they are cultivating or when they are producing, they can produce only for their family need. They can't produce to sell that production, they can't produce surplus food grains. So that is why they are unable to save the money, and because of that, once again when they wanted to produce a farm, they need money and they borrow money from landlords. But when we talk about medium and large farmers, they have very big lands, very big hectares of land, because of which surplus food grains are there which they can sell in the market, and they are having enough savings to reproduce. They are having enough saving for their farming activities, for their further farming activities. That is why medium and large farmers depends upon their savings when they need capital, and small farmers depend upon landlords when they need capital. Now moving on further, when we talk about the savings of large or medium farmers, how they save or how they see, when we talk about the business activity, any kind of business activity, either it is farming or either it is other kind of activity, when we start with the business, our business runs on the basis of surplus. As we are selling the commodity or as we are producing the commodity, on the time when we sell the surplus commodity, in a farming, especially in a farming, when farmers produces a food grains, they produce first, they wanted to fulfill the needs of their family. After fulfilling the needs of the family, the surplus production, the surplus food grain can be sold in the market, and when they get the money out of it, they can save that money for the further farming. So sale of surplus products are very important when we talk about the savings or when we talk about the further production. Now surplus production needs to be sold for profit. Then only the farmers will receive the profit, and then only farmers can save the money for the further production. And savings used for further production. Now this profit is acting as a savings. When surplus products has been sold in a market, the profit or the money which farmers are getting, the farmers will save that money for the further production, so that they cannot they will not borrow the money from the landlords, which gives money on the very high rate of interest. So sale of surplus product is very much important. Now we have learned all the three factors of production over here, that is land, labor and capital. And farmers are acting as an entrepreneur because they make these three factors of production come together to produce the food grains, that is land, labor and capital. So over here farmers are acting as an entrepreneur because they are acting as an entrepreneur. They are producing the commodity, they are producing the food grains, they have land, they employ laborers, and they also invest capital in farming. Okay. So now moving further, when we say that farming is a main activity in Palampur, the second main activity is there are different non-farming activities in Palampur. Farming is there, 75% of people involved in farming in Palampur, but other remaining people are involved in different non-farming activities. Now what are those non-farming activities which is there in Palampur? Now we will see that. In Palampur, first one, the dairy. Dairy is the other common activity, or it is the non-farming activity which is there in Palampur. After farming, mostly people involved in dairy, or you can say animal husbandry, where they feed their animals with grass and jawar and bajra, and they sell the milk of the animals like cow and buffaloes. They rear the cows and buffaloes, and these cows and buffaloes, they feed their animals with the grass, jawar and bajra. And in Palampur, they have many milk centers where that milk has been transported from animal husbandry. Milks have been transported into a different area. Shahapur, we have two neighboring villages in two neighboring villages in Palampur, that is Shahapur and Rajganj. Shahapur has two traders who set up collecting centers in Shahapur. In Shahapur, there are two traders. They have set up collecting centers. In Palampur, whatever milk has been produced, that milk has been collected by these two traders in Shahapur, and then they transport that milk to Rajganj, where they have milk centers. And that milk which is produced in Palampur, two traders of Shahpur, they have collecting centers. First they collect the milk, then they have transported that milk to Rajganj, because Rajganj has many milk centers. Through this, dairy activities has been taken place in Palampur. Now, when we talk about dairy activities and farming, Palampur also has small scale manufacturing or small businesses. You can say cottage industries. Cottage industries means a very small industries which can or a very small level of production which can be take place in home. Okay, in home only they produce many different kinds of commodities like bags, small papad, achar, all these small businesses are there which is done in the home or in the house of, or it is done in, between the family or within the family. Now, small scale businesses took place in towns and cities. Palampur has different small towns and small cities where small manufacturing activities have been conducted. Mostly these activities have been conducted in home or their own field, because they are the small activities or small manufacturing activities which they have conducted. Now, when we talk about Palampur, Palampur also have many shopkeepers. That means in Palampur there are many shops which try to fulfill the want of the people, try to fulfill the want of the village people, and for that traders are actually shopkeepers in Palampur. What they do, they buy goods from the wholesaler from the cities. In cities, they go to cities, they buy commodities, they buy necessary commodities from the wholesalers of the cities, and then they come back to the village and they sell those commodities into a village. That is called as shopkeepers in Palampur. Especially they sell the items like rice, pen, pencil, clothes, notebooks, etc. Okay. And lastly, we have seen, before also we have seen that village Palampur is a very well developed village which has a very good transport facilities, and because of the transport facilities all these activities are possible which we are talking about. So in Palampur there are varieties of vehicles like rickshaw, tanga, jeep, truck or tractors, etc. And these vehicles are used to transport goods and people from one place to another. So all this is about the village Palampur. And with the help of village Palampur, we have also understand the 4 factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. So over here we have finished with the chapter, and I hope you have understand all the things which we have learned. If you have any doubt in this chapter, you can ask me in the comment box. Till then, thank you.